Yes.
You don't want to block a fan.
I'm not gonna block a fan. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying like that's the only way to close that message.
These popular artist problems.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad for you at all.
I was gonna say, like, you know,
just put it in work. We raising the bar. You tuned in to the Trackstarz.
Yeah, back in the field with the Trackstarz. Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. What's good?
all right, this episode is sponsored by the Midtown Bridge Church. Check out themidtownbridge.com. It's great opportunities for you to get them plugged in with their sermons. The current sermon right now is Lift, the Midtown Bridge Church in ATL. If you're in the city, make sure you check it out, all right? So, man, we are in the studio live, and it's crazy right now. We have some really great guests in the building. We got John Keith and Tommy Royale. What's going on, y'all?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, I already know.
They was crunk until just right then.
Who was that spit like that whole 16 on that intro?
Oh,
Mike Sarge.
That was Mike Sarge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh snap, he's still going. Okay.
Yeah.
About to do a whole song.
Yeah, actually, is it? It was longer than that, right? It was a whole song. I think we cut it up.
We cut that up.
Yeah. It was a whole song, but we had put out a contest a long time ago, like who wants to do the intro to our show.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
so he responded, stepped up to that challenge.
I wasn't aware.
We got some other spots if y'all want to do.
Yeah. We got the.
I'm sure he would want to work with both of y'all if y'all interested.
You got
So how y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Good, man.
A3C.
Yeah.
So who's performing tonight?
Just him, just Tommy.
You?
It's
Okay.
weird. No, actually, my name is on both.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were on both.
And I don't know if I'm performing tonight. I'm just gonna show up.
Wait, you don't know if you're performing tonight?
I don't know what I was doing yesterday, so I'm just gonna show up.
Yeah, you should just show up and
show face.
just jump on the stage.
I 100. That's the plan, though. Even if it's just like a Klesso performance, I'm jumping on.
So I love what we saw last night. We all attended the A3C showcase, the indie showcase with Rapzilla, and it was amazing, man. Like I love the fellowship that I saw in the room, but it was just like an open door policy. Like anybody wanted to jump on stage could pretty much jump on stage. You know, you had to have bars when you got up there, but you didn't get turned away. So that was really cool, man. Seeing everybody in the building. What'd you think about the atmosphere?
I thought it was dope. And it reminded me a lot of South by Southwest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I always love those kind of things because it's like it just feels like a big old family reunion.
Yeah.
And so like I you know what I'm saying? I love those kind of things.
What's been your favorite city to perform in so far?
Man,
Like, who shows the most love?
Atlanta.
I wanna say I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't performed. Yesterday was the first time performing in a minute.
Have you ever performed in your hometown?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
There's no love. No, I'm playing.
That's biblical right there.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I almost cried in the Orlando show.
Yeah.
Orlando,
yeah,
Okay.
because I'm from Orlando.
Okay.
I almost cried.
That was the last stop, right?
The last stop of the concert of the tour
Yeah.
was my hometown.
Okay.
And that was the craziest show. We all agreed that was the craziest show out of the entire tour.
You saw like your whole family on the front row crying, right?
Everybody that's watched me do music from the very beginning, that saw me go on this tour, technically international because we went out to Canada too.
Okay.
And stop at home. We packed out the place. It was almost 400 people in there.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, we sold out.
That's crazy, bro.
Bro, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, I feel that because when the biggest show I've done too was in San Diego.
Yeah.
It was at this conference called Future Quest. Gabi was actually performing there the day after me.
Okay.
But it's crazy because I grew up going to that conference as a youth. You know what I'm saying? As a kid. And then so, like that was the first time I ever saw Andy Mineo live, Tadashi live, KB live, like Derek Minor, all these people. I grew up watching all these dudes on stage. And then I did a whole post about it on Instagram. Like the night that I decided I wanted to do music was when I saw Andy Mineo live there.
Wow.
And then this year I got to go back and do it.
Same spot.
And it was the biggest crowd that there was like 1,200 kids there.
Yeah.
And usually it's like 600. They do it like inside, but they did it outside with like a festival feel. But it was, you know what I'm saying, it was dope. So yeah, so, I mean, there is love, you know what I'm saying, there is love in the city. It's just funny because when you like look at the numbers, like I have a lot more fans elsewhere than in San Diego. You know what I'm saying? So.
Explain to me your process when you get on stage. I was watching you and you kind of like are in a serious mood right before you get up. But then as soon as he grabbed the mic, he jumps over the front rail of the stage. I'm like, yo, what happened?
So what was funny is I wasn't even, I had to do it. It was Rockstar's fault. Nah, so the funny thing is I was just tired.
Yeah.
I'm not even usually like, super, you know what I'm saying, serious and focused in. Most of it, to be honest with you, I feel like I need to change this. So, to be honest, a lot of the times, I'm not even 100% certain what songs I'm doing when I get on stage.
Oh, wow.
I like, most of the time, you see me turn around to like whoever's DJing and be like, hey, what's next? Like, because that, like, ask Ruslan, like, so many times I'll be like, bro, what's okay, yeah, all right, cool. And then I turn around and, you know what I'm saying? But like, I need to get better at that. But my process, like, you know what I'm saying, it used to be when I was nervous a lot more. It used to be like, okay, let me stop and pray. Let me like make sure I go over my lines, all that kind of stuff. And then once I stopped being nervous, I think I don't know. I got lazy.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just like, I'm gonna just go do this real quick. And so, but I've suffered because of that too. So I need to get back to
the balance.
You know what I'm saying? The balance, making sure that I'm all on point with it, because there's also been times where I just forget my words. My lines are just gone. And
I've
I'm
been there.
Wow.
I've been there.
Do you so like when you do that, not knowing what song is next, do you still have a story for that? Like when you like, okay, Bag is next, and you like do a story pop in your head to introduce Bag, or
okay, that's usually what it is. It's like, I'm like, hey, what's next? All right, cool. Hey, so everybody in here ever felt like this? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what happens a lot of times. But I'm gonna start getting like a set that I do, and like practice that set, so I make sure that every show that I do gets like a dope experience, and not just John Keith came out and did some songs.
Gotcha,
you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So that's what I want to get to. But
yeah, I mean, just for a good thing to know, like just to have that like an hour set list, 30-minute, 45-minute set list, and just knowing like, yo, when I go into, and this is a tip for any artist out there, knowing what you're going into, if you know the area you're going into and how to hit those different people, because everybody may not perceive you the way you think they're going to hit you right away, because sometimes we've been in, when we was doing music, we still do, but when we would go into an event, if I knew we was at a church, I would tell one of our guys, I was like, okay, man, start off with a spoken word. He's like, why you want me to tell me, just start off with a spoken word. And then you start off with a spoken word, and then we would have them immediately, because they understood like, oh, okay, they're about something, versus like, oh, they just going to be up, just turning up all the time, and everybody just turning you up. But if you got the adults, then you can go get, then I guarantee you to sell some merch and stuff.
Yeah, most definitely.
So
I feel that.
I feel that. I feel that. It's smart. No, it's wise.
Yeah, just know what you going into. You know what I mean? Just knowing the atmosphere. That's just it.
So explain to me how you got involved with King's Dream. How did that whole process start?
Man, I met Ruslan. So I had a cousin that was listening to Dream Junkies. I didn't know who they were, and he showed me. Well, I knew who Belief was, and that's all I knew. And then he showed me Dream Junkies, and I was like, dope, yo, this is crazy. And then he told me, yo, they're having a release party for their album, Good Religion. And I was like, bet. So he just took me to the release party, and then I met them super briefly. But it was just enough to where, like, you know what I'm saying, like, Ruslan remembered my face. Yeah. And then I just, you know what I'm saying, just kept doing music. And then I started doing like Instagram freestyles, and I would like tag Dream Junkies in the post, which is so funny because I get so irritated when people do that now. I did like 3 different posts saying,
but that was your hustle.
Me. Yeah. I'm like, stop tagging me
You
in
don't
your
let nobody take you in your
videos.
trap.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what I did. So I'm a hypocrite. But then yeah, he liked one of the videos one time, and then I went to Ruslan's album release party for Americana. It was like a year or so after, and then you know, I told him, I was like, yeah, I'm the dude that did the video, and he's like, oh, you're dope. And so he was like, yo, come out to the open mic we're doing. So it was like a bunch of, I'm just seeing you at this event and then this event and then this event, and then after the open mic, we actually, you know what I'm saying, like kind of actually connected, and then yeah, we just started building a relationship, and then yeah, it was like in the middle of 2017 is when we were like, okay, yeah, like let's work together.
That's awesome, man.
And then 2018 I was announced, and then, you know.
Awesome.
That's a good look.
Yo, man, talk to Tommy Royale. How you doing, bro?
I'm chilling, man.
Good.
Yeah, bro.
Tell us your story, bro.
Well, I was born in Puerto Rico, and my music story, like how I got
your music story, everything, man.
I was always writing music. Like, I was born in Puerto Rico. Moved over to Orlando when I was young, but I was actually just telling John this. I would spend my summers every summer in Puerto Rico. We had a conference, a youth conference, but even before that, we'd just go back and visit, just spend time with my family. So 2.5 months of every year from when I was like 4 up until the age of 21, I would be in Puerto Rico. So that way, I feel like I was raised half and half. And I kept the culture, I kept the language and all that, and of course that influenced my music, just 'cause that's my people. So I started writing music when I was around 9, but Kardik hit me up 2 years ago saying, yo, I have a vision. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's. What's your vision? Similar vision of mine. He wanted me to do Spanish music. I said no because I used to do Spanish music and nobody was listening. Now I'm doing English music and now y'all want me to do Spanish music. You know, so it was like a whole like debacle.
Pick a lane.
Yo, facts. I said no, and then he's like, nah. Well, before you say no, like what's your sales looking like? Your tickets, your fan base? I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. I had
another market.
Yo, I had 998 followers on Instagram. Like, I was like, you're right. But then we started working. We spent a whole year trying to find the sound, and then in February we dropped my first single through No Apologies. And that kind of just like took off. And here we are today, 9 months later.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
I feel like there's a lot of people that are in the same, they're in the same mindset, right? They want to work with these bigger artists and they don't know how to reach them. What's some advice that you give to someone who's like, I mean, obviously you said tagging you is not like the best thing to do, and it happens to us too. We get tagged in our DMs, we get tagged on Facebook, and I seldomly look at that stuff, but sometimes I'm like, I'm bored, I'll do it. But what is your advice to somebody who's just like, I want to find a creative way to reach out to these guys, I have good music, like what do they need to come with in order to be taken seriously?
I feel like the best way to do it is to just put in work. You know what I'm saying? Like, like for instance, this kid Swayze, that just won the contest yesterday. He won the contest. But yo, he's so fire. I found him. He never DM'd me, nothing like that. But I found him on the Rapzilla did a post, and like I just heard it, and I was like, the cover's cool, I'm gonna check the song out. I checked it out and I was like, this kid is fire. Like this is fire. And then I posted it on my story. Then he DM'd me and he told me, he's like, bro, you're like one of my top 5 rappers of all time. Like, and I'm like, so if you would
all time,
you know what I'm saying? I was like, that you're off. No, but so like, I was like, there's so much better. There's better music.
Nah, bro, you're better than me. I say thank you, as I should be.
That's funny. So when he was like, when he hit me with that stuff after, I'm like, okay, so now I know you're fire. So like, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, like we can talk because I've heard it and I've seen it, you know what I'm saying, I've tasted and seen. But so if he would have slid into my DMs 4 months ago and been like, hey, check out my song, most likely I wouldn't have checked it out. Just because there's so many people that do that, and you don't, like, first of all, it's never fun telling somebody that their song is not dope.
Yeah,
It's never fun doing that.
Yeah.
And then second of all, it's never fun doing it like 6 times a week. So I just stopped listening. I'm not gonna open it up. And sometimes people take advantage. Like, I'll do like, yo, DM me for the link to this video, and then they get access to my DMs, and then 2 days later they're like, by the way, and I'm like, oh.
It's tough when they post stories of you like after shows, and then if you repost it, bro, that's it. The DMs are open,
and then it's over,
and you can't close it.
It's over.
Yeah,
you have to block them to close it.
Yeah, really?
Fix it. Yes.
You don't want to block a fan.
I'm not gonna block a fan. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, that's the only way to close that message.
These popular artist problems.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad for you at all.
I was gonna say, like, you know, the cosign is still really important, man. Like what you just did to cosign Swayze, what you just did to cosign the other guy, it's like those still go a long way, right?
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of times artists get out there and they're hoping for the cosign, right?
Yeah.
But they can still but with all the technology, the social medias and things like that, they can still do this on their own.
Absolutely.
Right?
I didn't get, so like, I had dropped, okay, for instance, if I didn't have no music out, and then I just went to Ruslan and was like, yo, check out my music, bro, like, I don't know what would have happened. Like, I tagged him in a video. He saw it. By the way, I didn't tag him over and over and over and over again. I tagged him one time.
Okay.
And he saw it. And he liked it. And I didn't slide into his DMs after he liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I was just like, dope. That's what's up. I gotta like.
Yeah.
And then, like, I later on, you know what I'm saying, like, we talked about it, but by the time I went to his album release party, he had already went back and listened to my music.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool,
I had already dropped a project, and I was working on another one. But like, just the best thing to do is put in work, because like, even I got a Lecrae cosign last year, and that did wonders for me. But like, I wasn't fiending for that. It happened. Like, God threw me the alley-oop, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't like, yo, if I could just get a Lecrae cosign. I was just doing what I didn't even know Lecrae was gonna be there last time we was in Atlanta. I freaked out. Ruslan was like, we're at Reach, and he was like, oh yeah, Craig's coming through. I was like, here?
Lecrae?
Yeah.
You talking about Lecrae?
Yeah.
And so
in his office. He's coming to his office?
He's coming to his offices, the places that he on? Okay, cool. So like, but still, like, I wasn't fiending for that. I wasn't trying to make that happen. That was just God showing out. You know what I'm saying? So like, the best thing to do is to just work, put in work, do what, you know, you feel you're called to do, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then if it's meant to be, then that kind of stuff is gonna come. Like, don't just fiend for the cosigns.
So last thing I wanted to ask y'all, you guys are relatively new to the game, and we've been here for a while. I want to know what this whole thing looks like to you guys from your perspective. Like, what's your understanding of the history of Christian hip hop and everything that's been going on, and how do you see it going right now?
So there's a conversation I have a lot with my peers, a lot of people who you guys know, the people who I was touring with too. So we believe that we're in a really good space. This year, I think this year is going to be crucial for CHH. A lot of things are going to change. I think we're starting to see the shift of people trying to imitate a certain formula that certain artists did before, to now artists cracking the code essentially and building their own fan base. The fact that I'm where I'm at right now in 9 months and doing solely Spanish music, staying in CHH, shows that if I could just hit a core fan base and let that grow, and I could do it, anybody could do it. You know, like, so I see, like, and it's 2019, we don't need a label anymore, but the fact that people now are seeing like, yo, I don't need to get a cosign from this person or this person, because if my music's dope, like we were saying, if the music's dope and the quality and the content is both there, that we're good. So I think this year you're gonna start seeing a shift of a lot of new artists starting to rise up without needing a cosign. A lot of different artists too. We got Spanish artists like me. We got people like Rockstar, who's like super left field, but he's killing it right now. You know what I'm saying? To Acleso, who you guys he hasn't even released too many things like that, but when he does,
pisses me off.
Why?
That he hasn't released nothing.
Yo, but when he does release it, bro, he's crazy.
Yeah,
you know.
How do you spell his name?
Akless. Literally how you sound it. Yeah,
I've heard of him before. He's dope. He's
dope, bro.
Yeah,
he's dope. So yeah, there's a shift in the tide.
Dope.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Ditto. Nah, I really, I feel like there was just a time where if you weren't on Reach Records, then like nobody knew who you were.
Yeah.
I know, like when I first started listening to Christian hip hop, I didn't know. I literally thought that Reach Records started it, and then also was it.
There's only 5 Christian rappers.
There are 5 Christian rappers. Period.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I'm gonna be the 6th. I'm about to change the game.
It's crazy though, because you used to think like that. I was like, yo, I need to get signed to Reach. Now I was like, I don't need to. I don't need to.
And I feel like people like, you know what I'm saying, like Caleb Mitchell, like Shepherd, people going out and getting like deals with major labels. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, just like what he's saying, I feel like everything's changing. Where it's like, there's. I feel like the ceiling is disappearing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just so y'all know, we've been getting calls for the last 5 years, and people are watching y'all. Like, people are watching y'all. So, just so you know, like, if you're indie out here and you're trying to, get to, some people don't want to get signed, right? So if that's your path, run that path. But if you want to get signed, there are a lot of label execs that have called us asking about artists.
Yeah.
So everything you do, from your social media to the songs you put out, like they're watching to see if you would be viable on a bigger stage, right? So you saw Angie Rose just got picked up. It's like the people been watching her for a long time. So just be mindful of that, because I've also heard people say, I've been watching the social media. No.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No. I can't. I like his stuff, but can't get with it. So I don't even know what that meant. I don't know what they saw or whatever. But
the personality does a lot too. Like there's people who going back to the DM thing, that send me there's certain stories I won't post. Like even if they record me, they tag me performing, I go on their DM, their profile, and if they just look like they're weird, or they're gonna be like a super fan, or they're gonna keep DMing me. Like you can tell a lot of things about a person off of their profile. I'm like, I won't even try, because I know what's gonna come afterwards. I think same with labels. Like you can tell like how they run their social media. Like he looks like he won't survive here, or
But even labels are looking for authenticity. They the only reason they're taking a chance on you is because they know you have the ear of Christians, right? So if you don't even seem like you really one of those, why would I even you know what I mean? Like if you shaking on that, then I know you're not really reaching that audience. So all of that, like be real. Like if this is not really you, then figure something else out. But really be about this. Like this, what we're trying to do here is interesting, right? Like this is a business, but what we're asking for, what Trackstarz are looking for, are people who are really, really serious about God. Like that's 100% number one. And if you happen to be good, we could work with that. You know what I mean? But if you're not, the first thing ain't right, then you'll be trashing 2 years.
And I just want to encourage you all to stay the course, because I see a path for you guys, and the path that I'm hoping for, and I really hope somebody can go back one day and say, I remember when Ryan Righteous mentioned that. But I really want to see us doing the bigger performances. Like I really think we should own that Monday night performance for the for NFL. Like that stuff is the stuff that Jay-Z's putting together, and these other artists. That's the space that we need to own, right? We put out the family quality music, we put out the content, we put out the dopeness. We got performers. CHH has real performers in it, right?
Yeah, facts.
And that's what I think a lot of rap is missing in the mainstream. And so if that's a lane that we can go down, and you guys can, because you know there's a birth date for CHH, and y'all came in right after, like, I guess it really. What would you say the birth date of CHH was? Kind of like maybe like, because you
CHH
always say
like 30 years old, bro.
you always say it wasn't a thing until when? When do you say it was?
Yeah, that's him. I don't know.
When do you say it was a thing? Because it was always called something else, and then it keeps evolving.
It was always Christian rap, gospel rap.
Yeah, holy hip hop.
Holy hip hop. So it was just morphed into different.
Yeah,
but it's the same thing. It's been here for
years.
years.
But now people are starting to note it as a genre, right? Yeah. I'm on TikTok, social media. Have y'all jumped on that
Man,
yet?
yo, give this man a sponsorship. You've been talking about
Dude,
TikTok
I love
every
TikTok.
single day.
It's a great place for Christians, man. Great place.
Dude,
I love TikTok.
Somebody get this man a sponsorship, bro.
Yes, give me an endorsement deal for TikTok.
Yo, get on TikTok, man. It's happening. Did you get a spot? You didn't tell
Not
us?
yet.
Okay.
I'm getting an endorsement deal.
Anyway, so let's get him out of here.
Yeah.
Tell them your social media, how to find your music, anything you got.
Yo, it's John Keith. Don't put no H in my name. Jon Keith. Everywhere.
Yeah.
It's I am Tommy Royale. Just like that. I am Tommy Royale everywhere.
Man. We appreciate y'all coming through, man.
Yes, man.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
I know I haven't eaten since yesterday. Y'all probably haven't eaten since yesterday. I ain't eaten since lunch yesterday.
Oh, snap.
So y'all go ahead and get food. We got more stuff to do with y'all later on. So we'll get back into it. You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Ratchet, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.
Hey guys, Miracle here. Thank you so much for watching that episode. Make sure you go below, like it, subscribe, click the bell, and make sure you follow us on all forms of our social media. Also, check out our website and be sure you spread the word. We'll see you next time.
We know not what we doing. Screw that, they know, let them have it, do it. Okay, I'm erratic, prove it. Never mind, got a mind that'll wind up with me in the lineup behind bars with these bars. Okay, my time's up.
Team Freedom. Yeah. We not through yet. All right. Trackstarz Music presents. Turn my volume up. Turn me off.